If you have a side hustle, this is something you need to understand before the next tax season arrives. Whether you drive for Uber, sell products on Etsy, freelance online, resell items, or earn money outside your regular job, the IRS is paying closer attention to side hustle income than ever before. Many people assume that as long as they report everything at tax time, they are fine. But that assumption is exactly where problems begin. The IRS does not only look at what you report in April, they also look at what happens throughout the year, especially how much tax is being paid as income is earned. For many people, the first red flag is not their side hustle, it's their paycheck withholding. Side hustles have become normal. What once felt like extra cash on the side has turned into a major part of household income for millions of people. Because of this shift, the IRS has adjusted how it monitors income. Not because people are doing something wrong, but because income is no longer limited to one employer and one paycheck. When income increases but withholding stays the same, the system notices. That mismatch is often what leads to IRS notices and unexpected tax bills. Why the IRS is paying more attention to side hustles. Over the past several years, gig work and independent income have grown rapidly. Ride-share driving, food delivery, online freelancing, digital services, reselling platforms, and creator income have all become mainstream. Almost all of this income flows through digital platforms that issue 1099 forms. This means the IRS already receives detailed income data directly from companies and platforms. The IRS does not need to guess how much someone earned from side work. They already have those numbers. What they do next is compare that information to what appears on a tax return. But they also compare it against something else that most people overlook. How much tax was paid during the year? When someone earns additional income, but continues using the same paycheck withholding setup they had before, the numbers often stop lining up. From the IRS perspective, taxes are meant to be paid as income is earned, not all at once at the end of the year. When the system sees growing income without corresponding withholding, it increases the likelihood of balances owed, penalties, or notices. This is why side hustles are receiving more attention. It's not about targeting people individually, it's about automated data matching. The paycheck connection most people miss? Most people think side hustle taxes are something they worry about later. They believe they can simply deal with it at tax time. But the IRS looks at taxes differently. They are not focused only on the final return. They look at whether enough tax was paid throughout the year. This is where your paycheck becomes critical. Your W-4 form controls how much federal tax is withheld from every paycheck. When you start earning side income but never update your W-4, your paycheck continues to be taxed as if your job is your only income source. That creates a gap. The more side income you earn, the larger that gap can become. This is why people are often shocked by tax bills even when their side hustle doesn't feel huge. It's not just about the income itself. It's about the absence of withholding. Your paycheck is essentially your first line of defense, but most people never adjust it when their financial situation changes. Common side hustle, withholding mistakes. One of the most common mistakes is doing nothing at all. People start earning extra income and assume everything will work itself out later. Another mistake is assuming that getting a tax refund in the past means they are safe. Refunds are based on last year's numbers, not this year's income. When income changes, outcomes change. Many people also believe they can simply pay what they owe at tax time without consequences. But the IRS system may assess underpayment penalties when not enough tax is paid throughout the year. This often surprises people because they did not realize withholding mattered so much. Another mistake is guessing. People try to estimate how much to set aside or how much extra withholding to apply without understanding their paycheck structure. Guessing often leads to either under-withholding, which causes stress later, or over-withholding, which unnecessarily reduces cash flow during the year. None of these mistakes are intentional. They happen because paycheck withholding is rarely explained in simple terms, especially for people with multiple income streams. Why waiting until tax season creates problems? Tax season feels like the natural time to think about taxes, but by then, the year is already over. At that point, there is little flexibility. If withholding was too low, the balance is already locked in. This is why many people feel blindsided in April. They did nothing wrong, but they waited too long to evaluate their situation. The IRS does not wait until tax season to track income. Income reporting happens continuously through employers and platforms. When withholding does not keep pace with earnings, the system notices the discrepancy long before a return is filed. This is why proactive planning matters far more than reactive filing. How PaycheckPerfect helps before problems start. This is exactly where PaycheckPerfect fits in. PaycheckPerfect does not file your taxes and does not replace a CPA or tax professional. Its purpose is to help you understand your paycheck, something most people never fully learn. PaycheckPerfect helps you review your withholding and understand how your W-4 setup interacts with side hustle income. It gives you visibility into whether your current paycheck supports your total earnings or whether adjustments may be needed. Instead of guessing, you get clarity. Instead of waiting until tax season, you understand your situation ahead of time. The goal is not to create fear. The goal is awareness. When you understand your numbers early, you regain control over your finances and reduce surprises later. Using PaycheckPerfect online or through the app. PaycheckPerfect is available both online and through the Apple App Store. It's designed specifically for people with multiple income streams, employees who also earn income elsewhere. Whether your side hustle is small or growing, having a clear picture of your withholding helps you make informed decisions throughout the year. Many people feel anxiety around taxes simply because they don't understand how everything connects. PaycheckPerfect brings that connection into focus by helping you see how paycheck withholding and side income interact. Side hustles are no longer rare. They are part of modern income. Because of that, the IRS is paying closer attention to how that income is taxed throughout the year. The biggest mistake is assuming you can ignore withholding and figure it out later. That's where most problems begin. If you have a side hustle and haven't reviewed your withholding, now is the time. Don't guess. Don't wait until tax season. Visit PaycheckPerfect.com or download PaycheckPerfect on the Apple App Store. Take control of your withholding before the IRS does.